Morning everybody, Andy here again, day 54 I do believe, although don't hold me to that one. My recent record is not that good. I shall put the figures down below. I think, obviously I haven't got them with me, I do believe it's 450 plus daily deaths yesterday reported, which takes us to, I think it's 33 or 34,500, so you know, not good. But I want to talk about exercise because as you can see, we've come out and this is the furthest that we've walked since when? Can you remember? Lisbon. We were in Lisbon, lucky enough, just before all this started. Actually, we came back the day I believe they declared a state of emergency in Portugal and shut the borders and everything. And we do know, so a friend of ours was actually out there, and it changed completely from the day that we left. Although it was changing, the next day there was just no one around. You know, all the shops were shut, everything like that. But now, as I've mentioned before, in the UK we're allowed to go out for unlimited exercise and to walk further. So this is the furthest that we come. I did that little walk the other day up on the East Hill. We've gone the other way and we're over to walk. Actually, Hastings is back this way. And this is a walk that we've done quite a lot in the past, and it's just so nice to get out on a morning like this and be able to do this once again. And it's ironic because I've mentioned before about exercise. Because of the nature of our lockdown, people were only allowed to go out really, if they could work, they were allowed to work in certain circumstances, but they're only allowed to go out to go shopping or for one form of daily exercise. And as I've mentioned, so many people are out there on their bikes, people who probably never cycled before, and I've seen a couple of videos which certainly illustrate that. But at least they're out there and they're doing it. And now, and we didn't, because we were just going out for our little walks, as you saw. I just mentioned before, we can't have a bike and all that sort of stuff. But I wonder now whether things are changing. There are a lot more people around now, obviously walking, cycling, still running, especially along here, because there's a cycle path that goes right the way along the back here of the beach. And it's one of the national cycle paths that we have here, and I've cycled on it myself in the past when I've had a bike, and run more times than I care to remember, and done a lot of walking along here. It's a lovely stretch. And if I sort of go round the other way, you can see over this way, I think it's that way, over is Eastbourne over that way as well. So we're not that far from there, only about 15, well actually probably less than that from here. But with exercise now, I mean, the way that, because people have been encouraged to get out and exercise, and people have started exercising, possibly people who haven't done it before, as I've said, hopefully they'll carry on with that. And I think the government are trying to encourage that. They've realised that it actually is getting people out of their houses and outdoors to do a form of exercise, and hopefully, as I said, people have discovered it now. And maybe we will start to catch up with those sort of continental people that they know where I've been. You know, obviously the Amsterdams of this world are the obvious places, but even other cities that we've been to, that I've been to, where they cater for non-car use, let's put it that way, because it's pedestrianisation, it's cycles taking preference and having trams and that type of thing. Because the way that things are now, people are going to be put off using public transport, unfortunately, because it's an enclosed space. I also think that some people are going to use their cars far more than they did before because they feel safe in them. They're enclosed in their own environments. Unfortunately, that's going to happen. But hopefully people will walk and cycle more, which is what they've been encouraged to, but obviously not everybody can do that. But I saw the other day that the government are talking about putting in, I think it was £250 million to help with cycling schemes in the UK. For me, that's been a long time coming, and I'm hoping, as I said, that maybe they will start to see things like that and improve the cities, the towns, everywhere for cycling, because it's not easy to cycle. A lot of people have put off cycling because basically it's too dangerous. In towns and cities, they are just not catered for. You've got a cycle path here, but it's out of the way, and a lot of people do use this as a cycle path. So hopefully that will happen. And there's talk also of pedestrianisation in certain parts of towns and cities as well, a bit of a rethink in that, and I hope that that happens. And I've seen that that's being talked about even in Europe as well, where they've got, they're a lot better equipped than we are. So upshot is that hopefully we will become a fitter and a happier a race in some ways, and come out of this in that particular way. People will get out there and enjoy the open spaces, become fitter, because it is much nicer to walk, to cycle, to run even, than it is to drive around in a car. And obviously the environmental benefits are so much better, he says, looking at a nice blue sky. And funnily enough, we've just seen there's actually a vapor trail up there. You notice this so much. We were talking about how blue the sea is today, and I mentioned before about how blue the sky is. And you do see an aeroplane, and you have a look to see what it is on your flight radar app on your phone, which I've just done for this one that's just gone over the top, which is going from Paris to Los Angeles, apparently. There you are. By the time you get this video, you may very well already be there. Anyway, thanks for watching. Stay strong, stay safe, and hopefully I shall speak to you tomorrow. Goodbye.